Welcome back to the Unconquered Podcast film session. And today we're looking at Brendan Gant, 6'2", 192-pound free safety prospect from Lakeland in the 2019 class. And I'm telling you now, this guy, this is one of my favorite prospects in his class. He is something else. And he is a guy that we're gonna take a look at. Let's get this to pop. Come on, full screen. There we go. This is a guy that I think can be a really good player at Florida State. One of the things that sticks out about him right away, look at how light on his feet he runs. He's one of those guys, and I've talked about this a lot in my DB videos, talked a lot about easy speed. This is speed that means you're not having to strain from the upper body. It's just coming really quickly from the lower body, and there's a fluidity to it and an easy acceleration. Brendan Gant is one of those guys. He's got easy speed. When he accelerates, he's coming hard. And I love this guy. The physicality is there. This, to me, you compare this to say Ronnie Harrison's video, I don't see any gap. I think actually Gant as a prospect is a better prospect coming out than Ronnie Harrison was. I like this guy so much because of that easy speed. The length is there. He's a full 6'2". When you talk about the ability to play as a free safety, as a support player, as a safety, the ability to cover a little bit. The one thing that I don't see as much in his film is, and again, the coming off the edge there, you can see the acceleration. He didn't even need to get low there. And again, this guy just loves to hit. You can hear it in my voice, man. I like me some Brent. I like me some Gant here. This guy is he is a guy that I think can be a contributor at Florida State by the time he's a sophomore. You can see the downhill ability to play out of that safety position. You can see the ability to come up and be a hitter. You can see the ball skills. And again, it's the easy fluidity, the acceleration, the physicality, the competitiveness. All of these traits show up. And this is a guy that I think, again, look at how much ground he's going to cover here. That's one where a little bit better cleats might be needed, but that just beating the block upfield and then getting into the backfield. Watch the ground covered here. Boom! Oh, I'm telling you, this guy, it's just the explosiveness from the lower body. I think Gant is an underrated player, and he is a highly rated player in the 247 composite. This is a legit player. I think he was underrated. I think this is a guy, and again, you can see here the easy speed and the explosiveness, a guy that just takes guys off the getting two guys, looking for a third guy to block. He is a guy that loves football, playing center field here. Got to make that catch. That's where you start marking off for the ball skills. But again, right here, ball skills need to be a little bit better. That's one place where I think there's some room for improvement. There's not a whole lot of evidence of him being able to cover one-on-one, which, that's the question for if he's going to play the field safety position at Florida State. That's the real question. But I think he projects as the boundary safety type player at Florida State. Maybe you put just a little bit more weight on him and let him be that boundary safety guy who has the acceleration, the easy speed to be a potential cover guy, while really playing more of that backside safety role, getting a chance to play a little bit more center field at different points, to be run support, to be that guy. I think this is where he fits. I think he's just a tremendous fit for what Florida State wants to do at the safety position. And again, if he proves he can cover, you can potentially put him at that field spot. But I think as a boundary safety, the sky is the limit. You're looking at a future draft pick here, and a guy that has a chance to compete for a starting job as a sophomore, certainly by his third year on campus, and a guy that is going to bring an edge, some athleticism and physicality to your defense. And this is exactly where I think he's going to end up playing at Florida State. That boundary safety position and laying the lumber is exactly where he fits. I think he's also going to be one of those guys that becomes a special teams dynamo even as a freshman. This is one of those guys you want on every coverage unit. You want him on kickoff. You want him on punt. You want him blocking on punt because he's going to do good things for you there. I'd like to see just a little bit more improvement in terms of ball skills, going and getting it, but everything else is there. Really like him as a prospect, and again, I think they got a really good football player here. Look at that coming from deep in the secondary to make a tackle there. We'll go ahead and wrap it there, but as you can tell, I really like me some Brendan Gant.